so much, everyone, for staying with us. Our eyes now on Lagos state politics. Well, what has become it's a lower level politics. The state House of Assembly, but it's become much of a lot of concern when the chief of staff to the president, Femi Gbajabiamila, was drawn into this matter. And he had also come out that the case of Honorable Desmond Elliott in the Lagos State House of Assembly matter almost cost him his job. But now, today, when the primary election of the State House of Assembly was being conducted, we've seen scenario leading to Honorable Desmond Elliott withdrawing from the race. Let me allow you to listen to some of the sound bite from there.
Across the world, intimidating our people. I've been screaming this for days.
Yes!
It's fine. We take care of people. We seek them. I call the people to come and do our due diligence. In fact, almost all the people that were shown outside. And as a result, they said they were going to stop. And they're going to start. Doesn't make sense. So I am going to honorably, for the peace of the people of Surulere, withdraw from this race. And I give God the glory.
Hallelujah.
Give me this time.
Yes.
So
All right, that's the scenario there when Desmond Elliott seems to have lost out, and he thinks that the platform or the stage is not even enough for him to be able to continue in the race. But tonight, let's examine what has become a growing political calculations. They're getting more intense ahead of the Lagos APC governorship primaries tomorrow, following now the decision of APC governorship aspirant Samuel Maiwon Ajose, who has now stepped down and given his support to Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, who has been declared as the consensus candidate of the party. The move has now intensified conversations around consensus politics, the internal party negotiation, and the balance between party unity and democratic competition. The man called SMA Gold, Samuel Maiwon Ajose, is live for us from our Lagos studio. Thank you so much, Mr. Ajose, for your time tonight on the program.
Sure. Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm all right. A lot of people, with a lot of curiosity and surprise, saw you yesterday in an online, a social media video where you seem to have thrown the towel and given up on the race and now giving in to the consensus candidacy. You were once, and you told me that you will not step down and you will go the whole hog. But now, what has changed? Well, what made you change your mind?
The race has been very, very interesting, and it came to an emotional end yesterday for the face of a SMA for 2027 election. You need to sit down to replan, to re-strategize, and when you have the leadership of the party saying this is the way we want to go, you can't work in isolation. If you have to be in the party, we all respect the constitution of the party. The constitution of the party is supreme, and if what the party is saying at this point in time is that this is the way they want to go, in the interest of peace, and for us to quickly settle down to start planning for 2027 general election, I think it's better we take that decision. It's a very tough decision, but what can you do? Nothing.
What you said the results, you have not really conclusively given us what led you to your decision. Were you spoken to, or you saw the handwriting on the wall that if you went through the process, you would have lost out to Obafemi Hamzat? Or what exactly really happened? Did you speak with the president, Bola Tinubu? Did you speak with GAC? Was it Governor Sanwo-Olu that spoke to you that made you change your mind? What exactly made you change your mind? Because you said you were going to push the agenda of the Badagry people to the very end. But here you are. What made you change your mind precisely? People want to know.
Okay, Shehu, I didn't see any handwriting. What I can tell you is that everybody that constitutes the leadership at the top sat me down. And when your elders are talking to you, you have to listen. Like I said once again, you can't work in isolation. The party is saying this is what they want. And if you are going to work under the rules and tenets and constitution of the party, I think you just have to listen to them so that you don't get yourself into trouble. You don't want to push an agenda, and at the end of the day, without the support of the leadership, I don't think you will get anywhere. So if the leadership at the top are saying this is what they want now, I think we'll have to let it go.
Yeah. Did you get an opportunity to speak with President Tinubu on this matter?
Well, like I said, I spoke with everybody I need to speak to at the top. And I spoke to the presidency, so let me summarize it that way. And this is what we have now.
Give us an idea, because in that social media video that I saw, you spoke about the interest of the Badagry people, because you were of the opinion before now that is the time of the Badagry people. They have been soul change. How do you think that interest is going to be adequately catered for? And you said that there are positions that Obafemi Hamzat has considered. What has he considered? Is he deputy governor? Is he SSG? Or what exactly has he considered to your group?
Okay, you need to understand that the reason why I came into this race is not because of my personal interest. I came in to represent the people that have been marginalized for over 57 years. So when we sat down, when we had a discussion, we had a negotiation, everything was centered around Badagry. And I think for the first time, Badagry was able to sit on the table of negotiation when it comes to the table of Lagos State. And we're able to get some, some juicy, decisions, juicy benefit for for Badagry. And I want to believe that come 2027, Dr. Hamzat is going to live by his word. I respect him so much. He's a man of his word. And everything they promised Badagry, I want to see it come to manifestation. But one thing I can tell you is that in the history of Badagry, this is the first time we're able to negotiate something good for the city. And people of Badagry are going to start seeing changes come 2027. And you're going to start seeing good life and everything, tourism, business growth, and all of that return back to Badagry. Thank you.
What exactly was the negotiation about? Is it deputy governor? Is he SSG, commissioner for works, or what? What specifically did you agree?
Well, the negotiation we're talking about is about the development of Badagry. We are talking about infrastructural development. We are talking about representation of Badagry people in the governance of Lagos State. And those are all the things that we'll talk about. It's not about deputy governor or SSG or any other political appointment. We are talking about the kind of transaction, the kind of contract that will come into Badagry, that will open up Badagry and make it the kind of city that we all dream about.
So did you, because I'm hearing that the Lagos State Secretary to the government of Lagos State, Ms. Abimbola Salu Undeyin, represent the Badagry people, and perhaps she is going to be the deputy to Mr. Obafemi Hamzat. Was that part of the package and the negotiation?
Well, I can't speak so much about the SSG, Dr. Salu. I can only speak about the discussion we had, and she was never part of that discussion. And whoever the leadership decided to use as the deputy, we're okay with it. But what we're talking about is the physical things that you can see, manifestation that you can see when it comes to development.
What exactly are those? What are those infrastructure? What did you agree in terms of infrastructure? What are those things? So that we can be able to help to monitor, once that time comes. What are those things?
Okay, so a whole lot of development are going to come into Badagry. You have a Badagry Sokoto coming, that is already under construction. You have a Lagos Calabar under construction too, that is going to go through the underground tunnel all the way to Badagry. And one of the things that we are proposing is that if you have these two major routes coming into Badagry, we are hoping that the second deep seaport will eventually come to pass. In Badagry, we are also hoping that we have an international market come into Badagry because we need to keep these two roads very, very busy. They need to be profitable. And if you have a road coming all the way from Sokoto all the way to Badagry, and it's just going to terminate there, then what is it coming to do? So you are going to have a whole lot of business coming in from the north, cattle coming in from the north, proceeds coming in from all the farms along the northern region into Badagry. So the market will receive them. Then you have the ports to be able to export them to the outside world. And these are going to be very great and very good news that Badagry will eventually come to life when it comes to trade and tourism. And all of this will create a whole lot of employment. And some of the things that we are also looking at is that we don't want our children, our youth being involved in smuggling and all of that. So if we are able to open that channel in Badagry, I don't think anybody will want to be involved in smuggling and be involved in those dangerous things that endangers their life and all of that.
So what if you said these are the things that you agreed on? So what is it?
We discuss a whole lot of things.
So what is your own takeaway from here? What did you get? Did you get nothing?
Well, like I said, the fight is all about Badagry, and if we've been able to get something without necessarily me being in the seat of power, I think everybody will be fine. If Badagry people are well represented in governance, Badagry will be fine. If infrastructure comes into Badagry, Badagry will be fine. If housing comes into Badagry, Badagry will be fine. If tourism is reactivated in Badagry, Badagry will be fine. So if all those things I will be doing,
Mr. Ajose, you had this confidence and you thought that you could beat Obafemi Hamzat if the primaries held. What gave you that confidence? Do you have the numbers? What exactly is your local pedigree, politically speaking, that gives you the confidence to think that you could defeat someone, Bola Tinubu, the GAC, Babajide Sanwo-Olu are backing? What gives you that confidence that you could beat him at the primaries?
Well, I mentioned something some days ago that politics is all about the people, and the people are the power, the people are the voters, and the people are the ones that eventually determine which way and what path that we're all going to face. But one thing I can tell you is that some of those things that you're trying to push me to talk about now, they are now 18 of the past. And what we should be focusing on is how to settle down, to re-energize ourselves. I've told all my members, you saw if you are in Alausa today, you will have seen over 2,200 members of our ESCOs from the 376 ward of Lagos State. We've given them a 2 weeks break, and after 2 weeks break, everybody will come down, come back, and then we'll start the real thing. And the real thing is, campaigning for Israel, for our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Yeah. All right. The man called SMA Gold, well, not the SMA Gold on the counter for your children, but is Samuel Majuan Ajose, who is a Lagos State governorship aspirant who has now thrown the towel and supported the consensus candidate of Obafemi Hamzat. Thanks so much indeed for your time tonight.
Thank you so much.